Good morning from my kitchen. It's a very good morning. When I sat down this morning, the goddess Brigid came through with the message, we are one, and the number's 111. One with self, one with truth, one with source. 111. This is the union, and it has been chasing me down all week. Well, today's Monday, all last week. This is mind, body, and soul union. Becoming one with source. Today's message for me was about the fertile mind. What you think with your heart and your mind, and you speak with your mouth, becomes reality. The passage from Scripture this morning came from Luke chapter 12, and it is about the servant who thinks that his master's going to be delayed, so he decides to take it upon himself to do whatever the fuck he wants while the master's gone. While the cat's away, the mice will play. And that servant gets punished because he thought about it and then he created the chaos, so he's reaping the consequences of his behavior. But the servant who just thinks about it but never speaks it will still have a consequence, but it won't be as harsh. Karma's silent reward for your stupid thought processes. But today's also a 10-day, and this isn't about completion. This is a new beginning. 111, hold on, sorry, 111 appears at the threshold of the old pattern and the new identity. The old cycle and the new beginning. This is a 0 point moment. This is when a wave in the quantum field, when a wave collapses before it turns into a particle, when it's just not existing, the 0 point. Nothing exists yet everything exists. This is the potential. This is the gateway where your thoughts become magnetic, your words carry weight, your emotions amplify reality, and you shift timelines instantly. You have now mastered a new way of thinking, and literally anything is possible for you. And these things I do, you will do greater. Brigid, the triple goddess, has been with me all morning. When I started my morning ritual, I started shuffling the Oracle of the Dragon phase. Hold on. Anyway, I started with the Oracle of the Dragon phase by Lucy Cavendish. This is what the cover looks like. Anyway, I split the deck, and when I split the deck, I saw her. I shuffled, and then I wanted to know what card for the center of my spread this morning, what my heart and hearth card was. And she came back out. So I finished my morning reading and I wrote my poem. And felt compelled to light my candles. Now, I have 3 candles sitting on my table. I haven't lit them in 2 or 3 days. But I went ahead and I lit the candles, and then I opened the guidebook and I wanted to read a little bit about her. And there's a whole divinatory section. And if you want to work with Brigid, keep your candles lit. Oh my fucking God, I just lit my candles. She's here. She's here. Not only did I light my candles, but just out of coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence, okay? But this is what it would appear like to the average person. Out of coincidence, I lit the white candle, and then I have a blue candle and a purple candle. Purple's my favorite color. Blue's my second favorite color. I just like them. That's why I got them, but I lit them, and then I was looking at this card. And it's literally her colors. Oh, she's here. I have all the chills right now. She's the triple goddess of the forge, the fire of transformation, of hearth and home, the healing wells. Her message is guard your flame and guard your waters. I got to thinking, like, isn't Hecate also a triple goddess? But she's the Greek triple goddess. The difference between the two is that Hecate, she's darker, more witchier, more aligned with shadow and light. For many years, I needed her. For many years, I needed her because I was at a crossroads. Brigid shows up when you're in alignment. 111. So I left her out. I wanted her to be here because I want to know what the collective needs to know today, what her energy wants to tell the collective today. So let's do this. She wanted me to pull the Shaman's Dream. I've tried to use this deck several times this week, and for some reason I've been like just looking at it and then picking something else, and then looking at it and picking something else. Today it wanted to come out. So let's see what she wants us to know. We are one. I am you and you are me, and we are the all. So thank you. Straddling Worlds. That's tough, dude. That's a 7 card. And it's her colors again. It's purple and blue, straddling the worlds, wandering between realms. This is a liminal space that the collective is standing in right now. You got 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in heaven. The bottom of the deck, the wall. So 56 is 11. $56 equals 11. 52 equals 7. Today's date is 11/17. 117. This message is about discernment. She is the triple goddess of the healing wells. The healing wells. Your intuition, your emotions, your truth, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra. Straddling worlds. Wandering between realms. The wall, there's an obstacle. The dark and the light. King of Wands. Justice is 11. What else? All right. That's it. Cool. All right. Have all the chills. Eight of Swords straddling between two realms. The mirror is the obstacle. Mirror is the obstacle. Okay, the King of Wands, Justice, the Emperor. Death and rebirth with the Four of Cups. The obstacle is the mirror. Oh. Collective. You guys are in a phase of your life right now where you're the Emperor. I'm thinking about the king in chess. The king protects the queen. She can literally move anywhere in any pattern on the board. She is the queen. Just like the Empress in the tarot, the queen specializes in higher knowledge. She's way more advanced than the high priestess because she's mastered the spiritual and the physical, and she is in perfect harmony with them. The Emperor is her masculine counterpart, and he protects that. So the Emperor is more closely related to the root, the solar plexus, and the sacral chakras. He is a solid foundation for the queen. So when moving around the chessboard, he can only go up and down or left and right. You know, he can move as far as he wants to in either of those directions because he has to be able to keep up with his queen in order to protect her. But that's all he can do. He's stuck in a linear fashion. He can't go anywhere. This is where you guys are right now. And you've hit a wall. You've hit a wall because when you see yourself in the mirror, you're only seeing a King of Wands. You're only seeing a King of Wands. So this Eight of Swords is your challenge. The challenge is the mirror. When you look into the mirror being someone else. We're all mirrors for each other. When collective is looking into the mirror, they're only seeing their fire. They're only seeing their strength. They're missing the bigger picture. Because behind the mirror is everything else. Behind the mirror is the intuition. It's the sacred sight. It's the sacred knowing. There has to be a death. There has to be a moment, Four of Cups, where you start to see into the mirror and see the other part of yourself. And justice comes. The balancing, the sword of truth. The justice comes when you're able to look in the mirror and see the distortion. That's what's missing. You're seeing the distortion that, you know, you are sovereign over these people. But yet you can't control anybody. You can't control their thoughts or how they think. You can't control anything. You can only speak your truth. So when someone comes to you, for example, and is weaving a story, and you just know that that story is untrue, instead of trying to prove to them why their story is false in the first place, you just tell them, I don't have time for your bullshit. If you can't come to me speaking truth, don't say anything at all. I'm not sending you away, but I'm not going to listen to your lie. I'm not going to turn you away, but I'm not going to listen to the bullshit. Four of Cups. You don't have to get angry. That's when your transformation happens. Brigid, she is the triple goddess of the forge. She is quite literally coming into your life today, my life today, to remove the the dross. Remove the dross, so that way that the gold is all that's left. So you're going to encounter obstacles, and these obstacles, when you're looking in the mirror, are going to be people that are telling you lies, but you can see through it. The King of Wands and Justice comes out to say, like, instead of telling people that they're a liar and then trying to argue with them and show evidence against them that, you know, this is why you're a liar, Instead of doing that, just stand in your truth. I know you're fucking lying, so just shut up. When you have truth to tell, then come to me. You're only lying to yourself, and I don't want to hear you lie to yourself. So when you're able to come at me truthfully, then we can have a conversation. Judgment. This is the turning point. This is when you, you know, you're sitting at the 0 point and you're at nothing, and everything is all potential. You're here. You're in that threshold, the liminal space. This is the moment when you step over the threshold and collapse the timeline. Suddenly everything becomes different. Are you fucking kidding me? The fool. This is when the new creation can begin to manifest, because you're creating it. You've collapsed the old timeline and you're creating your new reality. I love you guys. Have a fucking awesome day, and I will catch you on the next one.